Welcome back to Clay High School's virtual production of a staged reading of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Here's the second part. Act 3, Scene 2, Another Part of the Wood.
I wonder if the time you'd be awaked, then what it was the next came in her eye, which you must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A few patches of rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The slowest thick skin of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head, when in that moment so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian eyes, but with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes and blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too. The song was not so true unto the day, as he to me would he have stolen away. It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
You spend your passion on misinspired mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain, so sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false tune true. About the wood go swifter than the wind. And Helena of Athens, look thou find, all fancy sick, she is and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost her fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, I'll charm his eyes, and against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sinking apple of his eye, with his love he doth espy. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me. Shall we their fond pagancy? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one, that must needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vow so born, in their nativity all truth appears. Now, how can these things in me seem scorn to you? Bearing the badge of faith to prove them true.
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, O devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er?
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect divine, to what my love shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow, that pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdest up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know, and here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to keep me, bequeath whom I do love, and will do till my death.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Dark night from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Fair Helena, who more England tonight than all you fiery O's and eyes of light, why seekest thou me? Could not make thee know the hate I bear made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. And will you rend our ancient love asunder, to join with men in scolding your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persevere, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up, the sport well carried shall be chronicled.
Stay gentle, Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear, by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing. Let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love, out tawny, tatar outloathed medicine, hated potion hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, soothe, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. And be certain, nothing truer, 'tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fie of faith! Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? That way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though, you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels. Never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you for love. I followed him. And now, so you will never let me quiet go to Athens, where I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
Demetrius!
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abye it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Oh, follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
This is thy negligence, still thou mistakest.
Did you not tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes.
Now seest these lovers seek a place to fight? The starry welkin covered thou anoint with dropping fog as black as Arkan, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometimes rail through like Demetrius. And from each and each other look thou lead from this, till o'er their blows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath this virtue properly, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this dention shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wing, with league whose date till death shall never end, whiles I in this affair do thee employ. I'll to my queen and beg her changeling boy, and then I will charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Oh, here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here,
Here,
villain,
villain,
drawn and ready. Where art
thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me,
me, then
then
to plain
clear ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak. In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward,
Coward,
art thou
art
bragging
thou
to the
bragging
stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, Cretant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
We'll try no manhood here. He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen I am dark, in dark uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for it but once thou show me thy grey light. I'll find Demetrius and revenge is mine.
Ho, ho, ho! Coward,
coward.
Why comest thou not?
Where art thou now?
Come hither. I am here.
Nay, then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. Oh, by day's approach, look to be visited.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3? Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Oh, here she comes, cursed and sad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heavens shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eyes.
Act 4, Scene 1. The same spot in the woods.
Come sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss my fairy large ears, my gentle joy.
I must to the barber's, for methinks I am marvellous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desire to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of dried peas, but I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairest be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine and the sweet honeysuckle, gently entwist the female.
Hello?
We are having some slight technical difficulties. Let's pick up on Oberon's line.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her love late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in her mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask of her her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awakening when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair. And think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release thy fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont be. See as thou wast wont to see. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions I have seen! Methought I was enamoured of an ass.
Since a while, Rob. There lies your love.
How come these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe this visage now.
Silence a while, Robin, take off his head.
Now, when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound, music, come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are in new amenity.
Fairy King, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Come, my lord, and in our flight tell me how it came this night that I was sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, slow in pursuit but matched in mouth like bells. Each under each, a cry more tunable was never hollered to nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thisla. Judge when you hear, but soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, this Demetrius is, this Helena, old Netter's Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent came here and grace our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friend, St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but the couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world that hatred is so far from jealousy? To
My
sleep
lord.
thy hate and fear no amenity.
My apologies, my lord. My lord, shall I reply amazedly? Half sleep, half waking, but as yet, I swear, I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly what I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law. The law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me.
My lord, a fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose, hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now as the remembrance of an idol god which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object in the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met of this discourse. We more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hi-ho. Peter Quince, flute the bellows mender, snout the tinker, starveling. God's my life stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream, past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if you go about to expound this dream. Methought I was, there is no man can tell what, methought I was, and methought I had, but man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom.
Act 4, Scene 2. Back in Athens, Quince's house.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he not come, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yeah, and the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies who more married. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
O sweet bully bottom, thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could no have escaped 6 pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus, I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom, O most courageous day, O most happy hour.
Masters, get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace, every man look o'er his part, for the short and the long is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out of the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away. Go away.
Act 5, Scene 1, Athens, the Palace of Theseus.
More strange than true, I never may believe these antique tables, nor these fairy toy lovers and madmen of such seething brains, such shaping fantasies they apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination, all compact, such tricks hath strong imagination. That it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in that night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear.
We're going to restart that. I think we had a technology difficulty. We are at Act 5, Scene 1, Athens, the Palace of Theseus. Theseus begins with, "Here come the lovers."
Oh, right, sorry. Where are we at? Because I never got that edit. I couldn't edit the script. I'm sorry.
No problems. Page 36, the very
36.
beginning of Act 5. Theseus
Yeah.
says, "Here come the lovers."
All right there. All right. Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, come now. What masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music, how shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight? The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian in church to the heart? Well, none of that. That have I told my love, and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Charcan singer in their rage. What is this old device? And was it played when I was from Thebes? Came last the conqueror? The 3 thrice muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. This is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth, merry and tragical tedious and brief. That is not ice and wondrous, strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord? I will hear that play. For never here anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
If we offend, it is with our good will, that you should think we come not to offend, but with good will, to show our simple skill that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is, all for your delight we are not here, that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
Indeed, he hath played his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's cheap, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man, with a lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, let Lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
Lucy, go ahead and unmute.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had in a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly, this loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so, and this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
O grim-looked night! O night with hue so black! O night, whichever art when day is not! O night! O night! Alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and though, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eyne. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see, it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, thou art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander, am I trusty still.
And I, like Helen, till fates me kill.
Not Shaphalus to Procris was so true.
As Shaphalus to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, but not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, this wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that I ever heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse. If imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them, then they are themselves. They may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, and a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creep on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast of a good conscience.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself the man, I the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man, I the moon?
I am awary of this moon. What he would change.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
This is all too new. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion. Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
Well mused, lion.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, O spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here! Eyes, do you see? How can it be? O dainty duck, O dear thy mantle good! What stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell! O fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Be true, my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out sword and wound, the pap of Pyramus, I that left pap. Where heart doth the hop, thus I die, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky, tongue lose thy light, moon, take thy flight, now die.
How chance moonshine is gone before? Thisby comes back and find her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such as Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
Asleep, my love? Dead, my dove? Pyramus, arise! Speak! Speak! My dumb! Dead! Dead! A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These, my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore. Since you have sore with these shears of thread of silk, tongue, not a word. Come, thrusty sword, come, blade in my breast imbue. And farewell, farewell, friends. Thus it ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Right. Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
No, assure you. The wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a burgomask dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse for when the players are all dead. There needs none to be blamed. The lion tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much as we this night have overwatched.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lives in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth his sprite. In the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies that do run by the triple hectates team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give gathering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and all fairy spite, hop as light as bird from briar, and this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy will stray. So shall all the couples three ever true and loving be. Triple way, make no stay, meet all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend, if you pardon we will mend, and as I am an honest Puck, if we have unearned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the Puck a liar call. So good night unto all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
That is the end. Thank you all so much. What we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick curtain call. So I'm going to say a character's name, and then actors go ahead, and when I read your character's name, say your real name and take a little bow. As Puck and Snug, we had
Riley,
As Oberon and Theseus, we had.
Zaid Omari.
As Titania and Hippolyta, we had.
Lila Beard.
As Lysander and Flute, we had.
Connor Cheney.
As Demetrius, we had.
Nathan Flesh.
As Hermia and Starveling, we had.
Abigail Trawick.
As Helena and Snout, we had.
Lucy Beard.
As Nick Bottom and Aegeus, we had.
Bree Nickerson.
And as Quince, we had.
Rob Hunt.
Thank you all and congratulations, and thank you to our audience as well. We really appreciate you. This again has been Clay High School's production of a virtual stage reading of Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Thank you.